Good morning, Infinity. Good morning, and welcome. In whatever way you say welcome. Grand Rising, people say Grand Rising. Blessed Awakenings, good getting up morning, whatever it is that makes you get up and recognize that today is a brand new day and that you have arrived squarely at the core of consciousness and the apex of authenticity, the Infinity Fellowship. Go ahead and embrace it, live it, breathe it. Say hello to us in the chat. I am Jeff Obafemi Carr, also known as Rev Jeff here at Infinity. Also a registered yoga teacher as well. So these crossroads come together in a beautiful way for us at Infinity on the fourth Sunday when we put mind, body, and spirit together in what we call Yoga Sunday. So you have arrived here for a wonderful service that is all about getting our mind centered, our energy centered, and then of course, putting that into the physical body. Don't change the station. Don't say I clicked on the wrong Sunday, because you didn't. Even if you got to sit on the couch or do it in a chair with us. There are people who come from all levels of life, even first timers. You might be a first timer to even Yoga Sunday, but we're happy that you're here. We're excited that you're here. We're blessed and grateful that you are here. Infinity is a unique spiritual community. I welcome those of you who are joining us on our first time on the Infinite Life Stream. That's what we call what we do here. I'm going to encourage you to do a couple of things while we're getting ready for service, giving you a moment to populate, giving you a moment to grab your water, to clear a space on the floor, to roll out your mat, to get your mind right, to prepare for Yoga Sunday. During that time, I want you to hit that thumbs up button. Can you do that for me right now? Just hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button if you're on Facebook. Hit the heart button. Send up some love in the chat. Say hello. There's never a greater time than the right now to get a jump on gratitude. So one of the things that we do at Infinity during a moment of gratitude, when we say good morning, is we say, hey, my name is, and here's something that I'm grateful for. So if you want to go ahead and just thumb that in or type that in, get that out of the way, go ahead and do that while we show you a few more announcement slides. Then we'll be back to start today's awesome Sunday service. We're focusing on the lower thirds today, the lower three energies of the chakra system. That is your root chakra, that is your sacral chakra, and that is your solar plexus chakra, these energy light wheels that turn in our system. So if you've been ready for springing into action, which is our month's theme, then we invite you to spring into action on that mat today. This is a time for you to get ready for that summer mind, that summer spirit, and yes, that summer body too. So we've got a few poses we're going to work you through, but we're going to start with our meditation, our perm or prayer, our pouring of libations, and then we're going to move through the rest of the service. If you're new to Infinity and you want to understand what we're all about, or if someone has invited you today, we're going to welcome our first timers as well. And during the announcement slides that you'll see next, you'll read the statement of infinitude. Those are our guiding agreements and guiding principles. We're so happy you joined us today. We're so happy that somebody loved you enough to invite you into the frequency of love vibration. That is the Infinity Fellowship. Welcome home. I'll see you in a minute. Greetings this morning. I want to welcome you all to Infinity Fellowship. Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, also known as Rev Jeff. Sending a shout out to my dynamic duo technical team today. Sister Kai Omalara Carr, of course, to Sister Kamaria Carr as well. Wonderful tech staff is on board today. They're learning some new techniques and showing how quickly they embrace them. So they've lit my spirit up in a spirit of gratitude to Lady Kanitha, who's here with us, Sister Alicia, who's with us, and of course to our Infinite Life streamers who will be joining us in the practicing of yoga along with everyone else here. You are not alone. We are here for Yoga Sunday, and we are a part of this family. We are each individual fingers on a beautiful hand. I'm going to invite you to, knowing that Yoga Sunday is a meditative space in general, Yoga Sunday is a moving meditation. It has been since it was started almost 12 years ago now. And in this moment, though, we do want you to embrace a moment of stillness. And so I invite you to embrace a moment of stillness, which comes from simply closing your eyes, closing the eyes so that we can focus on the breath. Inhaling and exhaling at a pace that is desirable, losing the need to subdue the breath or beat the breath down or command the breath. Simply notice the breath and the places it travels to and the places it travels through, inhaling and exhaling. Allowing ourselves to sink into this moment, into this awareness of the right now. As we open our hearts, as we open our conscious awareness of where we are and where we've been, we sit in this moment in love. In love and synchronicity with our divine breath. Oh, what a gift. Sit with the awareness of what it means to have the gift of the breath of life today. Turning our awareness into the space of where the breath travels. Oh, what a gift it is to be able to feel it come through our noses, to feel it move into different parts of our body, to feel it reach its final destination down below our belly button, expanding into our hips, then making its journey back out of the body through the nose. Oh, what a gift. Sit in this in a few more breaths, in the awareness of where the breath goes. Love the path, love the journey, love the moment. Turning our awareness to the tops of our heads, the space between our eyebrows, the space that we call the pineal gland, in science, the third eye, in metaphysics, allowing it to gently open with a beautiful violet light shining from it, inviting it to breathe in with us, to expand our consciousness, to open our minds and our thoughts to expansion and growth. Oh, what a gift it is to see beyond the physical, to be able to connect with the God of our acceptance and understanding in divine light, in divine love. Sit with this for just a few breaths. Oh, what a gift. Oh, what love there is. From this space of conscious awareness now, from this stillness, from this light, from this love, we invite you to bow your head, to assume your prayer position, whatever that may be. As we begin to pour this energy now, this wonderful energy of love and vibratory frequency into realignment for manifestation of the good. As we think of those good things now, as we turn that same conscious awareness toward the understanding that everything is everything, that we are surrounded by a loving universe. And in this universal self-portrait that is God, that is good, orderly direction, that is Jehovah, that is Yahweh, that is Allah, that is Jesus, that is Jeshua, that is Jesus, that is Krishna, that is what it is to you. So divinely expansive that no one group, no one race, no one ethnicity can claim it all. Oh, how beautiful it is to be made of the divine substance, of something so expansive that it incorporates and includes everything and everyone, every single thing we can conceive and perceive. How beautiful it is to be made from the same stuff. Continuing to breathe, we turn the conscious awareness and speak together in prayer. All wise and all knowing and all loving God, we give thanks to you in this moment for this wonderful gathering that we call infinity. Thank you for the conscious awareness of the breath in our body. Thank you for the pathways that it is traveling through. Thank you for the animation gifts that you have given us in these earth suits. Thank you for gifting us with purpose. Thank you for the memory of the agreement that we have, that through millions and billions and trillions of possibilities that went unmanifested, that we showed up in this world, in this body, at this time. Oh, how marvelous and how wonderful it is to be here today. Thank you for those who are listening under the sound of this voice. Thank you for those who are joining this stream. Thank you for everyone who is committed to show up today, to nurture their bodies along with their minds and spirits. Thank you for the gift of conscious awareness, of possibility. Thank you for being able to look at the world and decide which path we will choose. The path of condemnation, the path of destruction, or the path of alignment, uplifting, and purpose. We choose all the latter right now. We choose that our lens will see that every single thing that we encounter is working toward our good, that every single experience we have is providing us with an opportunity to grow, that in this moment as we begin to spring into action in alignment with the solstice energy, in alignment with the coming of the grass, in alignment with the growing of the trees, in alignment with the germination of the seeds, that something is cracked open in us right now. And as we are in this moment of awareness, we acknowledge those who are in desire of prayer today. We send our energy to Sister Sandra Moss. We send that energy for complete health and complete healing, for clear and successful procedures. We know that she has come through the procedure now, and that the results will be all good in this space today. We speak alignment to those families who have suffered loss. We speak alignment to the spirit of Vivian Harry in this transition. Your arms will wrap around this family. That you will show up in a phone call, that you will show up in a hug, that you will show up in a handshake, you will show up in presence. That when we feel there's nothing we can do to ease the pain, the one thing we can do is to show up and be present as you show up and are present in our lives. And so we proclaim today that there is a new thought that walks into our consciousness today. We proclaim today that there is a new wrinkle on our brains that shows that we are growing. We're praying, we're speaking today and proclaiming that a new synaptic pathway will be formed that lets us know that we are never too old and never too young to learn. Thank you for the blessing of our technology. Thank you for the blessing of our changed attitude. Thank you for the crossroads that you present us with every single day, moment to moment, second to second. We choose the good, one step at a time. And as we choose this good, we radiate this good to those around us, that they may be lifted in times of sorrow, and that they may be exalted in the way that they move through the world, knowing that they are moving in the confidence of being in alignment with you. It is for these and other things that we cannot put into words. We simply take a collective deep breath in gratitude, and we exhale in expectation. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. It is done. Let's prepare our hearts and minds for our pouring of libations. Ashe. As we prepare to pour our libations today, we are pouring water. Water represents the living into the earth. It represents what happens to this earth suit when we can't wear it anymore. There will be a time, y'all, where our spirits are going to be so expansive, they're going to be so excited to go explore what's next in life after life that this little body just can't hold it. We're going to hold it as long as we can now. That's what Yoga Sunday is about. It's about making this earth suit really, really strong. We don't get to predict, though, in those moments where even when we're strong, when we transition, but we do know that it is all in alignment. And sometimes it hurts, and yet we hold on to the memories. And this is how we keep those who have transitioned in our minds alive and truly immortal and eternal. When we pour these libations, we are saying, not only remember me, but we are saying that we remember them. And as long as we remember them, they stay in our consciousness. The lessons that they taught, the love that they gave, even the mistakes that they made that allowed us to make a course correction for our children and coming generations. All of it is to be given thanks for. And so it is. We use the Yoruba word ashe. It simply means, and so it is. And when we say it, it is a proclamation of power and also essence of everything that we are. When your ashe has moved on, then you become the dirt that we pour into. That's what happens to your physical shell. So in this moment today, we give thanks and we say, cool water, freshen our spirits, ashe. Freshen and consecrate this space for spiritual work today, ashe. We freshen our collective ancestors all together, ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, Divine Source, and all creation, ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity, ashe. To the seven directions, to the north that reminds us to show up and be a full participant today. When you get on that mat is your universe. And by the fact that you showed up today showed me that you're already a yes spirit, ashe. To the energies of the east, the rising sun, and that sun came up strong this morning in Nashville. It's hot outside, y'all. It's hot outside, and it's okay. You know, some of y'all ran into some wasses, And that's what the Southerners call wasps. All right. And they are out because the winter didn't last very long. So you thought you wanted that winter to go, but there's always a reaction to that. So we are grateful, though, because today is today and it's not yesterday. That's what the sun represents. Ashe. To the energy of the South and the grounding in who we are and whose we are. Ashe. And to the energy of the West, knowing that as the sun goes down, we still have the moon and the stars to give us light. And I speak that even in your darkest moments, that some light will show up. Because even if a tiny little teeny itty bitty piece of light shows up, that means that there's not darkness anymore. So we encourage you to look for the light, stand in the light, and most importantly, be the light. Ashe. From there, we go to the ground below us, this understanding of this cultural practice of ritual. Ritual unites us. It keeps us alive. It shows us that we have community. And in this world where much is built around chaos capitalism, where algorithms teach us to fight, we speak that you find places where you can touch a hand and hug someone and be poured into and know that the God of your acceptance and understanding knows you and loves you and is always with you. So when those storms come, you bend, but it's always better to bend than it is to break. Ashe. To the sky above us, the open place of possibility where something, anything, good things come from the space of no thing. I speak that openness is with you today and that you experienced some kind of inspiration that lets you live in purpose. Ashe. And to the seventh direction, the place of Grand Central Station, what we call it at Infinity, the place of the heart, the Anahata Chakra, this energy of green light and love, we speak that your heart, in the tradition of Ma'at, is as light as a feather. Ashe. We ask that you now begin to type names into the chat as you are able of people you'd like to recognize as official ancestors today. You can also call these names aloud when we pour these next few pours of water. We do that here. This is the moment where we begin to think about those people in our family who we want to recognize and say, I remember you. And if they pop into your head, that's them saying, hey, don't forget about me. Sometimes they pop in and they're like, you know what? I didn't always like what grandmama put on the table, but the fact she put it on the table meant she was going to provide. And that's a beautiful thing too. So as you're thinking of those names, I want you to prepare to call those names aloud. Some of you love to pour your libations at home, which we love and appreciate too, with your families, on the corner of the porch, wherever it might be, near the waterfront, wherever it might be. You can pick up some of the water and trickle it in, whatever it might be for you. We invite you to do that at this time as we recognize some familiar names and faces that have transitioned. Of course, if you grew up like I did, watching young dreamers gather in the wings of the Apollo Theater, hoping to rub the trunk, the stump of the tree to get luck to go out on that stage and to either see the dreams come alive or see them dashed by a man with a broom sweeping you off the stage. There was always something that you felt with the love of one of the co-hosts who was there for a long time model, community advocate, Miss Kiki Shepherd. Shay. Transitioned to the ancestors last week. If you also grew up like me, before even the infomercials, if you didn't, you grew up with infomercials, but before the infomercials, there was a lot of martial arts movies that happened, and one of the old school greats in the martial arts arena that literally helped put martial arts on the mainstream for the United States and the world, Brother Chuck Norris, Ashe. All right. And of course, Sister Iris's nephew, we send this love to the family there as they make their way to be in support of the family there. But to Vivian Harry, the nephew who has made his transition to the ancestral realm, we pour this love for you, Ashe. And now let us call aloud those names that we want to recall and remember of those ancestors who have transitioned in our families and our circles, Ashe. And as we continue to pour, we pour for the children in the womb, the children in the world, and the children who are yet unborn. And we say together, Ashe, 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 oh, the way is open, and so it is. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We are ready today, y'all, for a wonderful, wonderful Sunday service. We're so glad that you joined us at Infinity Fellowship. My name again is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, also known as Rev Jeff. Hey, say hello in the chat. If you are a first timer, this is when we get to welcome you to Infinity Fellowship officially. We get to say in this place that we know who you are. We know who, what, where, when, and why you are. But we also know who you truly are. You are a spirit who is navigating the human experience, and not just a human being who showed up to have a spiritual experience. Take a deep breath on that one. As you are a spirit, an unlimited spirit, living in this human earth suit, this is why community is important. Many people come to Infinity, and you may have arrived here today because somebody told you about this place, a place where people who are spiritual but not necessarily religious come to gather in light and in love. It is also a space for those who are looking to expand their consciousness, to embrace deep and profound spiritual truths that show up as manifested love in their life. This is where they find community. And I will say this, y'all. We are at a wonderful crossroads in the world. We are in a place where the internet has allowed us, has gifted us with the opportunity to get to know one another in a powerful way, to find our tribe, so to speak, and yet we risk finding a tribe that shuts us off from the rest of the world. Can't live in an echo chamber, folks. You can try to if you want to. Might make you feel okay for the short term, to have everybody pat you on the back and say, you're right, this is the way, this is the path, this is the only way, and everybody else is wrong. That might burn out for you, and it might not. But for those who it is not burn out for those who are saying, there is more, there are deeper conversations to be had, there are ways that I want to grow, there are things that I want to see in my life, welcome home. So I'm going to put a slide up for you if you're a first-time visitor, and I'm going to invite you to scan that QR code. If this is your first time at Infinity Fellowship, we want you to just hold your phone up, scan that QR code, or you can also click on the link that's in the chat. We'll put a link in there for you to just fill out a brief form. We get to send you a card to let you know that we acknowledge you visiting today. And then what we'll do after that is we'll welcome you in our first Sunday service if you're in town in Nashville. We love Infinity. It's a place that people drive to once a month because that's when we do our in-person services. If you are still, though, unable to come and see us in person, we still want to welcome you to Infinity. So if you decide in this moment that you want to be a part of Infinity, or later on, you say, this is the place I've been looking for, there's a box that you can check at the end of the form that says, I'm ready to join Infinity Fellowship. There's also a box that you say, hey, nope, but maybe in the future, or not interested. Our feelings are not going to be hurt, and yet we want you to know that you are loved, that you're appreciated, you're respected, and in Infinity, you're also protected in a love vibration. So this is how we welcome you. And in this moment, we like to give you our 5 W's. So take a deep breath and exhale. And imagine that people around the world are stretching their hands out to you. And even if they have been here before, they might see somebody that they know and send the energy in their direction as too. I'm going to send direction in the room here because I see people that I know. And yet there's no better time than the now to send a reminder that you know them. Are y'all ready? All right, let's go. Repeat after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are, You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You're a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me, where I can let you know that you are not alone. I'm with you. We're with you. And you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You're so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, to move your body, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I am here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? All right? I know the real you, and I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. I know you're shining today. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. I shall. Yes. Are we saying yes? We got it. Yeah, we could just say that. Yeah, we could do that, or we could just do the dance thing. Let's do the dance thing. Let's do good morning. Let's just do good morning. Come on, let it play. Listen, I want to say good morning, and I want you to help me with this. And now that I get to sing this by myself, I'm going to need you to sing it with me, okay? It goes like this. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Okay, here's what we do now. If you say good morning to you, I want you to say good morning in the chat and give us one thing you're grateful for. In a minute, we'll be on these mats, but for right now, we can generate some gratitude. So if you got one thing that you're grateful for, if you know that the universe has blessed you in a powerful way, then join me in saying good morning to you. You can sing it. This is how you begin to get this life energy going in your body. As you say good morning to you, come on. Okay, good morning to you, y'all. Good morning to you. As we're opening up this space today, I do want to say that I am excited that you are joining us. I'm excited that we are closer to starting our Yoga Sunday practice today. And at the same time, I want to acknowledge those of you who are saying hello in the place today, hello in the service today, our Infinite Life streamers, to the many of you who are saying hello. If you do say hello, we're going to put your name up on the screen so we can see you on the chat thread and let people know that you are grateful for something. This is a way that we generate this energy of gratitude. So if we see your name pop up, just know that we are in that moment acknowledging all of the good that you are putting in the world, along with everybody who is watching today. This is the time in the service where we get to pour back into Infinity Fellowship. It is the time for our giving, for our tithes, and for our offering. And yes, there's thunderous applause and thunderous love that happens in this moment because we are a community of giving spirits. We give every single Sunday that we are gifted to. Many of you have embraced that next level of tithing, which is giving 10% of what you bring in to the space that supports you through spiritual nourishment. And spiritual nourishment is teaching. Spiritual nourishment is support. Spiritual nourishment is advocacy. Spiritual nourishment is support for your family, for your relationship, for your children. And at Infinity, we take spiritual nourishment very seriously. Whether calls come in to get assistance in any kind of way, whether people need you to show up and just be a shoulder to lean on, whether people need a place to come and gather for spiritual growth and development, and to have a brick and mortar experience, a home base. Giving allows us to do that. If you've practiced tithing and you've jumped into that, or you've eased into it, or you've worked your way through it, whatever it may be, we understand that a lot of people have been traumatized by these places that are literally just existing to operate according to Western ideals of capitalism, where people at the top make a lot of money and everybody else is suffering. We turn that model upside down. We actually break it and throw it out the window because nobody has to suffer. We live in a place where the rising tide lifts all the boats. And so I congratulate those of you who have made that commitment in this year to move into the space of tithing, because I know you also see that fruit in your life in the way that you move through your finances, in the way you move through your relationships, in the way that you pay attention to the details of spiritual practice. There are also those of you who feel moved in this moment to give in the offering space. Tithes and offering. I give a tithe, I give an offering as well every Sunday. So whatever is on your heart to give, whatever you are moved to give in this moment, I invite you to embrace the frequency of abundance. Not the frequency of pimping abundance, but the frequency of knowing that I get to breathe today. That everything that I have was born in me when I came into this earth. That I don't have to do anything other than align myself with my purpose. God loves me. My universe loves me. And because we are beings of love and light, that energy goes into everything that we do. We are not beings of lack, so there is no lack. So we pronounce that there's only good and abundance. So as we are preparing our hearts and minds for our giving, you may give today via Cash App. You may give today via PayPal. You can also give today. Many of you like to send your check in the mail to 641 West Nocturne Drive. So we invite you to prepare your device at this time. And whatever you're going to give, whatever you're moved to pour back in, we invite you to do that and to do so with intention. With intention means that we just don't do it and then throw the phone away and say, okay, I got it done. No, we want to do so in the right spirit and the right alignment. So for that, we have our offering affirmation that we're going to bring up on the screen. And this offering affirmation is something that we've been saying here at Infinity continuously. I invite you to say it with me and see how it changes the nature and elevates the nature of your giving. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. And say with me, O limitless, abundant Creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken. And so it is. Let us give at this time. And if you're unsure about how to feel about that, I tell you what, all you got to do is sing along with me one more time. Come on. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. And I've got
It's a simple song, it's singing, everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. Keep going with it. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. Ooh, we took it up. Come on. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. I've got it good. I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. I've got it good. I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it. I've got it good. I've got it good.
And yes, just so you know, am I good? Thank you, Tech. Now we get to move into the meditative space that we call Yoga Sunday. So we're going to be moving around here. We're going to be clearing our spaces on the floor, which is exactly what we are excited to do, because this is what Yoga Sunday is all about. To prepare our hearts and minds, though, for Yoga Sunday, first I ask your understanding and forgiveness on Yoga Sunday. We don't have the melodious voices of infinity filling out all the songs, so Rev has to sing the songs himself. But thank you so much for singing with me, because I could feel it in my spirit that y'all were coming through the camera lens. Let me know that I was not alone, that I was being a part of a chorus, a symphony, an orchestra of beautiful voices who were singing along with me. I felt it up under my arms, lifting me up to allow me to carry the melody for those songs. But on Sundays, don't worry. I ain't singing as everybody else singing too, and that's what infinity is. As we prepare our hearts and minds for today's meditation, I invite you to find your seated position on your mat. I'm very thankful in this day and this particular time to have assistance with Lady Kenitha Carr, Sister Alicia Hamer on the mats with us. And we also have a number of Infinite Life streamers who are going to be joining us as well, practicing yoga from around the world along with you as we prepare our thoughts so that we can then move them into our hearts and our body. I invite you to turn your attention to the screen for today's meditation. Today's meditation comes to us directly from the Yoga Sutras. Of course, last week with Sister Janet Caldwell, we had the opportunity to discuss some of these sutras. This concept of seeking the self. We talk about false identification. We talk about those things that we are struggling with. This is a wonderful sutra. Sutra 2.6 says, false identification is confusing the nature of the seer or self with the nature of the instrument of perception. In other words, false identification happens when we mistake the mind, body, or senses for the true self. Inhale. And exhale. Your mind, your body, your senses. That's not truly, really who you really are. And let's just put that up one more time, Peach Smooth, so people can really think about that. Because the world teaches us that who we are is locked in our mind. Who we are is locked in our body and even our senses. But who we are is a divine essence. And it is a lifelong pursuit to have an understanding of this. It is with this understanding and on this premise that we proceed into the space of physical practice, into the space of asana. The physical practice is only one part of the 8 limbs of yoga. They begin with a personal code to practice the way that we move through the world. And then, of course, we get to the poses, the asana. We also get to the breathing, the pranayama. We get to all of that. The reality is, though, it starts with some premises that I invite you to embrace today. One premise is that we will do no harm. Y'all say that after me. I will do no harm. Just hold on to that. If you can't hold on to anything else, I will do no harm, because when we think I will do no harm, we immediately think about harm to others. What about harm to self, though? Can you commit in this moment on the universe that is your mat to do no harm to yourself, to your body? If so, then you'll listen to your body. All of us are not meant to be gymnasts, to be human noodles and to be able to, do all of the leg lifts in the sky, and that is fine. If you have that in your practice today, I invite you to move yourself to a higher level. But even if you are practicing in a chair and moving your arms, even if you are modifying a pose, and modifications can be as simple as taking a lighter squat as opposed to a deeper one. Whatever that might be, listen to your body, because there is no pain in yoga. Say that with me. There is no pain in yoga. I'm going to remind y'all of that here when y'all are grunting, and I'm grunting too. So we're going to do this. We got this practice, worked through it this morning and yesterday and this week. It is something that is going to focus on the lower thirds. The lower thirds are the root chakra. Everybody say root chakra. The sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. So the root chakra is that space where you're sitting on the floor. Come to your seat and sit on the floor where your tailbone is touching, and we understand that, where your sit bones feel. The space that you connect with the floor is the root, like you are a tree. Your spine is the trunk. Say it again. Yes, they're saying hello? Okay, tell me again so I can say it out loud. I don't mind. We're on live. Oh, no, not yet. We'll get them on there. But where you're sitting on your sit bones, Kai was asking a tech question, and we can do this because we're live. We don't put on. We just show you everything. When we get to the place where we're sitting, that place that you're touching where you're sitting down, that is the root of your spine. That is your root chakra. If you move up to your reproductive organs, the space where your reproductive organs are, that area, that is your sacral area. So when we think about that loving energy, that light energy, it is there. It is also the space of creativity. The root energy is the space of sustainability and grounding. You move that up to the sacral area. That is the area of creativity and that area of love and desire and pleasure. You move that up to the space around your navel, that place where the bottom of your belly is, your diaphragm. That area right there under your rib cage, that is your solar plexus. That is a place of light and creativity. So every pose that we have today is designed to focus on those lower areas. Of course, we want you to be enlightened. We want your heart to be lightened. We want your voice to be strong. We want your third eye to be open. We want your crown to connect with the God of your acceptance and understanding, and all those things happen too. And yet today we're going to focus this energy on turning these wheels of life. Wheels of life. That's what chakra means. When we talk about chakra, we use these terms. Yes, it means wheel of life. So from Muladhara in Sanskrit, root, to Svadhisthana, sacral, to solar plexus, Manipura in the tradition of the chakras in Sanskrit. All of this energy is about bringing us into alignment, and all we are is becoming conscious of the alignment that we already have. So I'm going to invite into the stream, all of my wonderful people. They'll be on mute, of course, but they're joining us in the screen, and we're just going to light up the screen with all of our wonderful practitioners from around the country, around the world for Yoga Sunday. You are joining them too. So in my conscious imagination, I'm seeing so many thousands of people who are in this moment of healing. And I invite you to find your seated position on your mat so that we can begin with intention, focusing on the root. From your seated position, whichever one is comfortable for you, find it and sit in it. If you need a pillow or block or a bolster, if you want to sit on a block, you can do that as well. Find a towel or a strap or a block or a book, something that can help you. Make sure that it's close by, it's within reach. I'm going to use a strap because I know where we're going. You might have a towel, you might just use your hands. But from that seated position, I was sitting in hero pose. I'm now just going to sit in sukhasana or easy pose. Sitting in this easy pose, recognizing the power of the breath, embracing the good, taking the instructional reminder that yoga is first about alignment, about stillness. In this stillness, accept the breath. Enjoy the breath. Embrace the breath. Breathing in through the nose and allowing it to travel all the way down into the root. Experiment for a moment to see what that feels like. It is this breath that is animating our bodies now. It is awakening every single cell in our body. It is coaxing us into the conscious awareness that we are one with the universe, and that this breath is the connective tissue that gives us the divine dance with creation, the exhalation, the carbon that feeds the plants and the environment and turns it back into oxygen and nitrogen for us to inhale to live. It is the breath of life. It is the breath of God. What joins together religious stories is this commandment of speech, this pronouncement of, and so it is. Let there be light. What joins us together is also the breath of the divine. Enjoy the divine breath. Give it an opportunity to travel throughout your entire body, and you do that by sitting up a little taller so that you're not bent over, so that there is a clear pathway from your nose all the way down your esophagus, into your chest, down through your lumbar spine. into the space between your hips, opening the way. On the inhale, making sure that your shoulders are relaxed. There is no tension in the jawline. There's no tension in the neck. There's only openness. At this place of openness, if our eyes are not closed, we close those eyes. Place our hands at heart center, pressing the fingers together, pressing the knuckles together, pressing the palms together, pressing the thumbs together, and resting the thumbs in the center of the chest. Aligning with the loving energy of the heart. Spending a few breaths focusing on your intention for today. Set an intention in this moment. Your intention could be a phrase, it could be an outcome, it could be one word. Set it at this time. Relax the hands down to your thighs or your knees. Just begin to roll those shoulders back and forth. Making some circles. Lifting a shoulder at a time. Now take that circle up to your head, one side or the other. Just roll that head around, keeping the eyes slightly open, looking slightly ahead of your mat. Fixing the gaze in a soft way forward. The drishti, as we would call it in yoga. And now reversing the circle. And then coming to stillness. From stillness, we want you to bring your knees together, bring your ankles together. Find that seated position where you're able to do so. And then from this seated position, we're going to go into our first pose. This is a sacral pose. This is going to work that sacral organ energy down there. At the place where your hips meet, that first pose got our roots started. And to do that, we're just going to bring our feet together and lower our knees toward the outer edges of the mat. And then either using the strap or a towel or your hands, this is seated bound angles. So we're going to bind these angles by bringing those feet right there toward your buttocks and then allowing those knees to drop further out toward the ground. Sitting up taller, feeling the opening in the hips. We're going to open these hips today to release any stress that may be there. As we sit taller, we embrace seated bound angle, breathing in and breathing out continuously through the practice, recognizing that there is no pain in the yoga. We feel that love in the stillness. There will be moments in this practice where we will flow from pose to another. As we check our bodies today, we want to make sure that we embrace that stillness. Find that peace in the bound angle. making an adjustment as you might need. Can your heels come closer into your body? Can your knees stretch a little farther down toward the floor? If you're seated in a chair, simply bring the feet together, come to the front edge of the chair, and drop those knees toward the outer sides of the body. The space of creativity, the space of wonder, the space of activation, the space of creation. We're gifted to be able to recreate and procreate. We want to do so in a healthy way, whether we are physically procreating or whether we are procreating through teaching others, pouring into our children, pouring into our relatives, pouring into the communities we are tasked with leading. We are open now to do so from a healthy way. Three more deep breaths in this position. One final inhale, and on an exhale, move yourself forward into all fours. Some of you can simply roll forward. Others just might need to roll your heels back around toward the back of the mat and come to a position on all fours, aligning your knees with your hips, directly under your hips, making sure your wrists are directly under your shoulders. Inhale, lift the head of your crown of your head up toward the ceiling, up toward the light. Lower your navel. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest and around the back. Inhale, lift that crown toward the ceiling, lowering that belly. Exhale, breathe out, round and arch that back. Cat-cow position. We're going to do several rounds of breath in cat-cow, just like that. Inhaling and exhaling. As slowly as your body will allow it to go, and as slowly as your breath will allow it to move. Begin the movement on the inhale when you're completely empty. Begin the movement on the exhale so that you're completely empty by the time you end up rounded. Beautiful. On your own, at your own pace. Inhale and exhale. Cat-cow. In this position of transition, of neutrality, like four legs on a table, we provide stability. Like the cat-cow, when we raise the crown of our heads, we are acknowledging the energy coming from the solar system into our bodies and igniting them through our spine. The serpentine fire, as Earth, Wind, and Fire would say. And as we exhale, we are taking that energy within, drawing in our navel, drawing in our solar plexus, tightening that chakra and spinning that wheel. Inhaling and exhaling. Embracing this beautiful dance with the universe. Two more deep breaths this way. And from the position of tabletop, we come back to neutral. Reach forward toward the front edge of your mat. Move your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Tuck your toes and press back into downward facing dog. We're going to visit downward facing dog a couple of times during the practice. Downward facing dog is focusing this energy into the solar plexus as well. That color is yellow. Lifting those hips high. Pressing that chest back toward those knees and thighs. And resting as needed. Inhaling. And exhaling. On an inhale, come up on your tippy toes, bend those knees gently, arch your back to stick your buttocks up in the air. Good. Feel how that aligns your back along with your shoulder blades. Lower that head with those knees in a bent position. Then on a good exhale, straighten the legs but maintain the posture and lower back down on your heels as you are able. Now we have a more refined pyramid. The weight is not on the front of your body. It's not on the back of your body. It is perfectly balanced in opposition. Inhale and exhale. Lower down to all fours. Take a deep inhale. Lift your feet up, bring your big toes together, point them toward the back of the mat, and release down into child's pose. Rest in child's pose. If you need to place your head on a block, place your head on a block or a pillow. We're going to consciously embrace child's pose in a new way by sitting farther back on our heels as we reach forward with our hands, spreading our fingertips and pressing them down into the mat. This pose of humility, this pose of return, this child's pose is a pose of activation. Pressing back up to all fours. Inhaling, exhaling, pressing back into downward facing dog. During this time, your body might let some wind out. You might cough, you might burp. That is simply your body letting you know that it loves you. We're preparing now to work these hips out. So from a position of downward facing dog, we're going to lift that right leg however high you can. For those of you who need a hip opener, send that right foot over the left side of your body. Bringing that knee forward towards your right hand. We're going to bring that knee to the mat. Bring that left foot, your left toes, if you're able, toward the left hand. Lift that back leg and point the back toes toward the back of the room. That's going to give you pigeon pose. We're going to open the right side of those hips. Your pigeon pose may vary. You might get a block for support to place under one side of your body. If you need the block of support, you can place it underneath a hip or a thigh. And you can press into the mat with your chest lifted and your chin lifted. If you have a more advanced practice, it's at this point that you can extend forward on the floor all the way into full pigeon. You'll note several people on the screen. Brother Shabazz is demonstrating. Full pigeon. If you're upright, that's king pigeon. Find a place that is going to be comfortable for you, to stretch you a little bit more, but not to harm you. Sister Thea has it where her arms are perfectly positioned forward, and that's beautiful. Various iterations of pigeon. Find yours and sit in it and breathe. You might find that you begin in king pigeon with your hands pressed on the mat, your chest completely lifted and your arms straightened. You might find that after a few breaths, you can lower down to your elbows. And after a few more breaths, you can reach and extend your arms to the front of the mat and rest your head on the mat. Find what is comfortable for your body. Make sure that you're not leaning over to the right or leaning over to the left, that you're keeping your body as square as possible. Feeling the opening in your hips. Taking a deep breath, pressing your hands up so that the chest is lifted. On a big exhale, make sure that you're extended up. Plant that left foot into the mat, tuck those toes. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog once more. Inhale. Exhale, lower to all fours. Inhale, breathe in, bring those toes together. Exhale, back into child's pose. Doing well, doing well. Three deep breaths in child's pose to prepare ourselves to balance the other side of our body. Now that we know where we're going, pressing up into all fours, tucking the toes and pressing back into downward facing dog. Big inhale. Lift that leg, left leg. Exhale, bring that left knee to that left hand. Bring that right toes toward the right wrist. Extending that right leg back, pointing those toes, resting on the top of the right foot. Finding that position and feeling that it may be different from the other side of the body and being okay with that. Our bodies don't always operate in perfect balance because of the ways that we move. Pigeon could be affected by you driving with one hand or wearing a book bag or a purse on the other. Things to just notice about your body. Instead of criticizing, just notice it. Find a position that is comfortable. Get the support that you need where you need, and then rest in the position of pigeon that your body desires. Upright, on the elbows, or leaning forward. Maintaining the breath. The hips are the place in the body where we maintain most of our stress. And so we are relieving this stress today. We are releasing it today. We are reclaiming our flexibility. We are reclaiming our light. We are humbly bowing in humble submission of knowing that all things are working for our good, including our bodies. Two more deep breaths in pigeon. Take a conscious deep breath in. On an exhale, plant those hands into the mat and press back as you are able into downward facing dog. full inhale. On an exhale, lower to all fours, and then press back into child's pose. Rest once more. Y'all are doing great. Resting in child's pose, feeling a little more openness now that you have opened those hips. You might take a wider stance in child's pose by sending your knees toward the outer edges of the mat and beyond. Taking a few more breaths of delightful rest as we prepare for some movement onward and upward. Big belly breath in. Exhale, come to tabletop. Inhale in tabletop. Exhale into downward facing dog. Deep belly breath in downward facing dog. Lifting the head, look between your hands, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Take an inhale, come halfway up, resting the hands either on the floor, the fingertips on the mat, the ankles, the shins, the knees, or the thighs, flattening the back. Exhale into a forward fold. And while the forward fold is a position of the third eye, we just take a brief break to allow ourselves to embrace the conscious moment. Bend your knees as much as you need to bend them. Grab a block or a book to lift the floor, to extend yourself deeper into your forward fold, whatever your forward fold may be. From the forward fold, we're going to take a big inhale and reach up toward the sky into extended mountain pose. Bring the hands together, bring your hands to heart center in an exhale. Let's give ourselves some ohms. Our bodies are coming awake, all right? We're going to give ourselves some ohms. Inhale, exhale. Om. Inhale. Exhale, Om. Inhale, exhale, Om. Inhale, reach toward the sky. Those advanced yogis may add a back bend here if you'd love it. Exhale, hands to the heart center and to the sides. Check in with your body. Make sure that your feet are planted firmly into the mat, into the ground. Mountain pose is a pose of rooting. Feel your thigh muscles. Feel everything that you are engaging, turning within. As your feet are rooted in, the lower parts of your body should turn in. Feel everything from the skin to the muscle to the bone, turning in. Lift that navel up and toward the spine, rolling those shoulders back toward the back of the mat and then down to open the chest. Chin at landscape level. 3 deep breaths in mountain pose. This is a pose for the root chakra, because we are rooted as a mountain is rooted. open, still, strong and bold. As we are rooted strong, we love. Sister Shauna has demonstrated how you can do that in a chair, rooting in a chair in a seated position. Still gives you the conscious awareness of all four corners of your feet in the ground, touching, your body upright, the energy moving from the floor up through your chest, awakening parts of you that make you strong. We are mountains. On an inhale, reach toward the sky and then sit your hips back and down into chair position. Reaching up and forward to extend your body. Beautiful angles we're seeing on the Infinite Life stream. Modifications include just a gentle squatting without going all the way down. Just a gentle squatting. Modifications include bringing the hands to heart center, pressing in. Those of you who want that deep squat, take that deep squat as you can. Shifting the energy toward the back of your feet. Beautiful. Exhale, come back to mountain pose. Inhale. Down in the chair. Exhale, come back to mountain pose. In the chair, we're doing this with our arms slightly leaning forward. Inhale, squat down in the chair. Exhale, come back to standing. And now just one vinyasa. Inhale, reach up toward the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it to low plank. Inhale, come slightly forward into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Immediately deep breath in. On an exhale, look between your hands, step just your right foot forward. Inhale up into warrior one. Solar plexus position. So check your body to make sure that your navel is lifted in and up towards your spine, that your hips are square, that your shoulders are relaxed, making space between your biceps and your ears, even as they are aligned, and you're looking up, fingers spread. Alternate position, arms to the side with the chest open. Beautiful. Deep inhale here. Extend those thumbs toward the back of the mat. Exhale, lower that left hand. Bring that right hand forward into warrior two. Beautiful in warrior two. Checking those arms to make sure they're parallel. Feel that power of the universe pulling you by that front wrist forward and by that back wrist backwards, opening your body and opening your chest. Checking to make sure that your knee is directly over your ankle and that your back leg is strong. In the chair position, you're simply doing the same thing, keeping your lower body strong and straight, squared, simply turning that body to open up to what would be your left side, taking that left arm back, keeping that chest open in the chair. Take a deep inhale there, And chair, we don't do for vinyasa. We just flow deeply with inhales and exhales. Don't try to turn that chair upside down. We're not doing that. Good. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. On an inhale, come back to warrior one position. Exhale, chaturanga, take it to the floor. Low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Super strong people, you can put 5 push-ups in between that. Exhale into downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Let's go to the opposite side. Exhale, look between your legs, step that left foot forward. Between the hands, raise up into warrior one on the right side. Chair position. Try sending that heel a little farther under the chair as you lean slightly forward toward the edge of your seat to align that left knee with that left ankle as you reach up and reach back and open up. Same thing for those of you who are standing. You might need to shorten your stance. If you're not getting enough, widen the stance. Feel that energy. Strength coming up as you lift that kneecap on that right leg to engage that quad, to open that chest and to feel it. We are flowing in this, but we're also staying still in these postures to get the full benefit. Warrior one is solar plexus. Warrior two that we're going into in a minute is going to be a root pose, believe it or not, because we are rooted in balance. Inhale, send those thumbs toward the back of the mat. Exhale, drop that left hand forward and that right hand back into warrior two on the opposite side. Shift in the chair by turning at the torso, at the waist. Still seeking that alignment. Now we are in the root chakra energy. Good deep breath. Bodies are coming alive today. We're feeling all of that energy. From this position, we're going to go right into the next pose. Take a deep inhale, exhale, straighten that front leg, turn to the right side of your mat. Bring those legs in, bring those feet in some. Lower the hands to the side, go ahead and rest them on the waist. And as we have those feet about shoulder distance apart, we're going to point those toes toward the front corners of the mat, and we're just going to lower down in a squat position. We're going for the goddess position. Lower down into a squat position, keeping that back as straight as possible without leaning forward. Bringing the hands to heart center, pressing those palms together in goddess position, thumb lightly touching. Alternate position is to open the arms, spread the elbows out, reach those palms, those fingertips toward the sky. Open the chest and maintain that position there. Rotate around, guys. Chair position, the same thing. You're opening that chest, holding those arms. Goddess position. Advanced yogis, you can lift your heels off the mat and hold that position as well. Beautiful, Shabazz. Great demonstration. Even if you find a few seconds of coming up on the balls of your feet and lifting those heels, making sure that you maintain the integrity here, because now the energy is in your sacral chakra. It is the energy that is lowering you to the floor. You're feeling it at that place low below your navel. It is goddess because it is a position of water. We all came through the divine water. We came through the water breaking. We are born. This is the position of birth. Men and women, we are feeling and acknowledging this energy today. If you'd like to do the mudra of openness, you can touch your finger, your forefinger through to your thumb and open your palms upward. If you need assistance with this and you'd like to go deeper, you can always go to a wall to feel that alignment of your back. Lower back down on your heels so that we have the integrity of the position. Kamara is going to take me over here. That has got us as well. Good. Take an inhale, lower deeper if you can. Chair, you come to the front edge and spread those knees open. Hold that position. On an exhale, raise up, straighten those legs, place those hands back on those hips. Good. Take an inhale, and on an exhale, take a forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Tracing down your thighs, tracing down your knees, tracing down your ankles. If you have a block, you can definitely use the block to extend the bend, to rest the head. If you need to lengthen your space and your stance, by all means, move those feet toward the outer edges of the mat. Feel the bend beginning at the lumbar spine. Chair yogis, as you are able, just extend your legs so that you rest on your heels and bend slightly forward, as I am doing. Find a position of rest, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths there. Y'all are doing awesome. We only got 2 poses. I know we want 20 more, but we're going to do 2 poses, and we're going to call it a wonderful Yoga Sunday. This is also an energy that is pouring into our sacral chakra. Let your body tell you what is good for you. 30 more seconds. Staying in touch with our breath and connection with our breathing. Giving thanks for our body for this inversion pose. Placing our heart above our heads. Inversions. Deep inhale. On an exhale, bring yourself back up to standing. And from a standing position, however you are able, find your way to the floor. Seated near the middle of your mat in an upright position, extend both your legs, pointing your toes up toward the sky. Retrieving your strap if you need to, or your towel. If you're using a strap, of course, place in both hands. If you're in the chair, simply extend those legs forward, bringing those ankles together. Elongating the spine, looking up, reaching up. We're simply going to do a forward fold, reaching up and looking up, bending from the lower back first, from the lumbar spine, keeping the chest lifted, fixing your gaze beyond the front edge of the mat until you fold over, then allowing your upper spine to come forward as well into a position that is comfortable in a forward fold. Seated forward fold. We've already done a standing. This is the seated forward fold. Reaffirmation of the third eye, the reaffirmation of our consciousness and our ability to see beyond what is our physical body, finding a position that challenges us lightly, but also is encouraging us to breathe. We relax our muscles when we breathe, when this prana enters our system. Feeling the forward fold. Principles still apply. Feet square and planted. Navel lifted up and in toward the spine. Shoulders back as possible. Taking an inhale and on an exhale, taking it just a little deeper. Deep inhale. Exhale and sit up straight to release out of the position. From that seated position, we're going to go into a boat pose. This is going to be our final pose before Shavasana. To ease into boat, you simply sit upright, bend those knees, keep them together, bring those feet towards your buttocks, and then reach back with your hands to the back of the mat as you begin to lean back, keeping the back straight until you find the balance on your sit bones, lifting those knees up, bringing those feet off the ground, and finding the balance point. You can hold it there, or you can lift those arms. You can hold those thighs. If you're in the chair, of course, same thing, simply an extension of those feet. If you need one leg at a time, Lady Kanita's demonstrating what you can do with the strap. Place the strap around the balls of the feet. We're going to go around and see a multi-screen shot of everybody's boat position. That's it. Keeping those knees together. You can also, for support, wrap the strap around the back of your thighs, around the balls of your feet. You can extend. Advanced yogis, of course. And straighten those legs and lean back and find that balance there. Just for the next 10 seconds, just so that we can, if you hadn't figured it out, this is a solar plexus exercise and a position and a pose. We can lower, extend those legs, lower that back, body toward the floor, breathe in, and then exhale, bring it back up. Hold that position and breathe. We're almost there, y'all. You're doing a great job. Deep inhale, and then slowly lower those legs. Lie back on the mat. All the way back, hands to your sides. Point your toes toward the ceiling, then drop them toward the outer edges of the mat. Palms facing up. Find your comfort position. You have made it to Shavasana, the final pose in today's practice. And so now, as we transition this delightful energy that we have experienced today into an energy of affirmation, confirmation, and delight, we invite you to lie back and enjoy a few minutes of corpse pose, Shavasana. In the seated position, yes, simply relaxing with the eyes closed. Same benefit. We'll fade out the music and bring in some nature sounds for you, atmosphere sounds, so that you can enjoy a few moments of Shavasana. Om Namo, Om Namo, Om Namo, Om Namo, Om. As we embrace this energy of renewal that comes from spring, repeat silently in your mind's ear and eye the following affirmations. My body is at peace. My mind is in alignment. My spirit is clear. I am prepared to spring into action I am a being of divine purpose. I am made in the image and likeness of all creation. I am love. I am light. And so it is. To bring ourselves back to this space of a conscious awareness, just begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. To bring yourself back from that plane you just traveled to. That plane is still accessible to you wherever you are. But as you wiggle those toes and those fingers, you're reawakening the body as the seed is emerging from the ground, breaking ground. Roll over to your right side gently. And just lie in the fetal position for a moment. Giving thanks that you came forth into this world. And now just placing your hands on the mat, both hands, press yourself up to a seated position. Returning yourself back to that seated position that we started the service in. And as Kamaria gives me this camera here, thank you. We say to ourselves that we are grateful. That we are grateful for this practice, for this energy, for this rejuvenative spirit. Placing our hands at heart center, we take one more deep breath as we acknowledge the goodness that we feel, congratulate ourselves for making it through today's practice, and I recognize that the divine in me recognizes the divine in you, and we say, Namaste. Namaste to my folks. I feel like Brady Bunch is on, like we do the Brady Bunch thing. Namaste to my folks, to my people. We did a great job today to my Infinite Life streamers who are online. Sending a shout out to you in the atmosphere, in the universe. Did a wonderful job today, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us today for service. Thank each and every one of you. As we play this music and head on out, I want to remind you that God is reminding you that we are indeed family, wherever we come from, whoever we are. This has been Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, the Infinity Fellowship, Yoga Sunday. Thank you for joining. We ask that you share this broadcast with someone today. Go back and replay it. Just drag it to the portion of yoga if you want to stimulate your body this week and to get stronger, to get better. This is the time that you do that. We invite you next Sunday to tune in. We've got a fifth Sunday this month. And because it's a fifth Sunday, we will do a fireside chat format where we get to have a great conversation around how you mark this seed. We're going to close out this Spring into Action month with some very, very valuable information, some very, very valuable spiritual lessons, and it's going to be awesome. The first Sunday in April, I invite you to come and join us for our celebration of Emergence Month. That is Resurrection Sunday. Bring your infinity gear, bring your blue and your gold, dress as you'd love to. We're going to have an egg hunt. We're going to have all of that fun stuff that we have here at Infinity. We're going to have a potluck meal. It's going to be beautiful. Membership meeting next week after the fireside chat, 2:00 p.m. Make sure that you are there because this is when we get to catch up. We get to clean up our garden space afterwards. Y'all been keeping your seedlings? I put mine in some dirt this week. So make sure that you check yourself. I speak in this moment that the God of your acceptance and understanding, the power of the cosmos and the ancestors, rest, rule, rock, and provide with you henceforth, now, forevermore. Let us all say together, Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. Till I see you next week, this has been Reverend Jeff on behalf of all the entire Infinity Fellowship family and our Infinite Life streamers. We love you. That's a fact you cannot change. Say hello to somebody in the chat. Let them know how you enjoyed Yoga Sunday. Share it with a friend. Peace, love, and power.